What's up guys, and welcome back to another video from me. And today in this video we are going to be looking to answer the age-old question of which is better, the build for a car or the tuning, because I get asked quite a lot that question, and I do feel like sometimes people put a lot of emphasis on the tuning aspect of Forza. And while yes, it is very important, or can be very helpful to be able to tune and get the car to suit your driving style, make little tweaks here and there to help you. Personally, I don't think it's as important as the build. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go over this, and this will hopefully highlight the differences and the importance of building your car correctly in the first place. And if you get that wrong, then it doesn't matter what you do with the tune's not going to fix a bad build. So what we're going to do is we're going to build two exactly the same cars. So we're going to build the 1997 BMW M3. One of them we're going to build using the way I build, and the second one we're going to build using the AI. So the AI will build the car with the auto upgrade. They can put on what they want and they'll get to the same class as us, and then we'll compare the two and we'll take them both out on track and see what the results are. Now, I haven't done this before, I have no idea what the outset's going to be, so hopefully this will prove the fact that the build is more important than the tune, but we will see at the very end. Right, so we're going to go ahead and buy the 1997 BMW M3. We're not going to bother about paints. We'll keep it blue. We'll buy it with the amount of credits we have, 65 million I think, which is just crazy amount, more money than you could ever need. And I've seen people with a lot more credits than that, because the game gives them you willy and nilly. And kind of ruins the old in-game mechanics of the way the currency should work, in my opinion. Older Forzas that have you have to work a bit harder to get credits was a lot better in my opinion, rather than giving everybody everything straight away. Anyway, back onto the purpose of this video and off a rant. Right, so we're going to go with race tyres. We're going to try and get this up to A class, and as we usually do, we're going to add up all the stuff that we do on the base build. So we add race tyres, we add full race width, and we do all the aero, put the ugly Forza wing on. It's not the prettiest, but you can adjust it. And then we're going to do, not engine, we're going to do platform and handling. So all the important stuff, all the stuff that will make your car go faster, not necessarily in a straight line, but around the circuit. I wish there was a checkbox for these as well, so you could just tick which parts you wanted, and it just just installed them all at once, as opposed to having to go through each individual menu and waiting for it to load. Another rant. Anyway, Forza race weight reduction, we'll put that on. That's got us into A class. Roll cage, does it give us anything? No, so we're not going to bother with that. Drivetrain, put that in. Put the diff in, because it doesn't cost a damn thing PI wise. That gives us 634. Should we do conversions? No. No, let's not do conversions. Keep it the stock engine. Or let the computer do what it wants. We'll just keep it stock engine. So we'll go with the exhaust. Can we get all the cams in? We can. That leaves us with 4 PI to play with, which I'm going to guess. It's usually the one that can sneak it in. I don't think any of these we're going to be able to fit, which is fine, because all we can do is go and save some more weight. Saving weight is sometimes better than adding more power, because saving weight will help you help the handling and acceleration of the car, whereas adding more power won't do a damn thing for the handling. Right, so we've got 699, I think that's the closest we're going to get. I don't think there's a 700 one. Right, so we'll just stick them ones on because they lose £30. Got one more PI to spend, and we'll do that with the drive line, which should hopefully take us up to 700. It does. Right, so that's our car built. We are currently, if I can remember which button it is to toggle it, 401 horsepower, 290 pound-foot of torque, 2,534 pounds weight, and a 50-50 split weight ratio. Right, so not too bad. So we're going to leave that there for now, and then we're going to go back and we're going to buy another one. and we're going to let the AI do its magic. Right, so cars, find a car, scroll across to BMW, make sure we choose the right one, which is that one. We'll buy some on red so we can tell the difference between the two. So the red is the auto upgrade one, blue is our upgrade one. And we'll see. We'll take it out on the smallest track, the same track for both cars, and we'll see what the difference is.
This is your 1997 BMW M3.
Right, so upgrade. Quick upgrade. Right, let's go. Put us into A class. Work your magic. So instantly, where we had 401 horsepower before, you can see we've got 470. Right, so this could be interesting. So this is kind of the equivalent of going for the horsepower method. And we'll see if we can see in here the stats between the two cars. Hopefully, because they're both the same car, it should put them next to each other, and we can just flick backwards and forwards. Right, so the one we built, speed is 6.7. The AI's one is 7.6. Handling on ours is 5.8, 5.4 on that, 8.6 on both. Our braking is 5.8, AI's is 5.3. Right, so I doubt straight away that that's even got any brakes on it of any sort. So 470 horsepower and 359 foot-pound of torque. So we've got 401 and 290. We weigh 2,534 and got 50/50, and that's got 3,886, and that weighs 50%. That's the wrong one. 2679. I get confused by the other red one there then, comparing to M5. So that weighs 2679, ours weighs 2534, 50/50. So that's got more horsepower and weighs just a little bit more. Right, let's take our car and let's take it to Road Atlanta, and we'll do Road Atlanta short purely because it's a shorter circuit. I don't want to be driving around for ages. Try and give us some comparisons we can do rather quickly. So hopefully with Forza Horizon 3 coming out in a few weeks as well, I'm going to be doing some more building tunes for that when it's released. I'm going to try and get some more building tunes out for Forza as well, which should hopefully go pretty well. Now I haven't got my Xbox headphones in, so I'm going to turn my monitor up a bit, so I apologise if you can hear it in the background. So remember, we haven't done anything tuning wise to this at all, purely on the build. So you can get on the gas nice and easy, nice and quick. And the corners doesn't light the rear end up. Straight away the car is really quite drivable. Again, there is the tuning side of it which can tweak the things that's wrong with it, and they'll be able to find these out by taking the car for a spin. So I can feel me the corner's got a little bit of understeer, but again, tuning can sort that out. But you can see, having jumped in the car and driven it for the first time, it actually handles reasonably well. Again, the tuning can sort out any minor imperfections in the way the car handles. Again, full gas coming out of that corner, doesn't light the rear tyres up. And the thing you can do with this is if you do drive a car and you feel like, oh, I've got too much grip, or I'm not going fast enough, then one thing you could potentially do is remove some of either the tyre width, equally front and rear, or the tyre compound itself, and that will allow you to add some more horsepower. Don't remove the weight reduction, because the weight reduction, anytime you lose weight, it helps with both the acceleration of the car, that's me changing down the wrong gear, and also the handling of the car as well. So it affects two things, whereas if you remove the tyres, it will reduce the acceleration to a certain degree, and the handling, but not as much as the weight reduction will. So, right, let's hop out of this, let's go and have a look at the AI beast that it's built, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully it won't be better than the one we've built, otherwise I've just wasted 10 minutes making this video. But I'm sure it will make it entertaining viewing. Right, let's go back to my cars. So we want the red one. Come forward to load up the red one, thank you. Right, back to the same track. Now I am doing this totally fairly and impartially, so don't think I'm trying to spin it out or jamming on the handbrake or anything like that to make the car look like it's totally out of control. This is a true and fair test. If you don't do a true and fair test, then it's all lies, and lies get nobody anywhere. Right, let's go. And then what we'll do at the end of this is we'll actually have a look at this car. Definitely tell the brakes are not as good. We'll have a look at what the computer's actually put on this car compared to what we put on. So the car's instantly getting a lot more slidey through there. And this is why it's difficult sometimes to when you download builds and tunes off the game itself to actually know what the car's got on. You kind of just have to trust or trial and error, or know the person whose tune it is you're downloading. I don't think they've changed the gearbox in this either as well. Getting really close to that wall. Let's try one more. Yeah, I feel like I have to slow down a hell of a lot more for that. I didn't see what the lap times were. I didn't see what the lap times were on the previous one, so I've got nothing to compare here. But you'll be able to watch it back in the video and let me know in the comment section which one was faster. And I hope to God it's not the red one. So I could get on the gas instantly and all full throttle going around there, but with this one you can't. So it all depends. It does depend a lot on your driving skill as well. There's a lot of very fast drivers out there that can drive cars with very little grip and more power and run phenomenal alien lap times. I'm not one of them people. I don't know, the majority of the Forza community that play the game aren't those people either. If everybody was that fast, it'd be very close at the top. Right, let's just see what the time was on this. The time in this one was 1:07.557. So you'll be able to replay the video and watch it when I go over the line and see what the one for the blue one was, or put an overlay. What about now? Yeah, I'll do that in editing. You'll be able to see. Right, let's go and have a look at what they added to this car and what they've done to it compared to what we did to it. Now, hopefully that's shown that how important the build is towards how the car drives. And for me personally, it'd be very hard to fix those problems with tuning, whereas on the first car the problems that it had you could quite easily fix them with tuning, and that's the difference between the two. So let's go and see what this has put on. So let's look at the tyres. So it's gone with sport tyres as opposed to race tyres. It hasn't gone full width, which is what we did in ours. Aero, it's got nothing on the front and nothing on the rear, so it hasn't even bothered with aero. Brakes, and I had race brakes on it. Now that shocks me. It shocks me that it had race brakes on. Got race suspension, race roll bars, So it's gone with sport roll cage. Interesting. Race weight reduction. Gearbox. I'm not sure it did anything. Oh, middle one. The middle one of them on. Didn't bother with the diff, which is crazy because the diff. So you can put the diff on, and it doesn't give you anything. Clutch again. I don't bother with the clutch because it's manual with clutch. On the controller, which doesn't need it, and then engine wise, let's race that. Race that. You see, it's added most of these in. Most of these in to get it up to power. See, it's added that, and I never add that because that adds more weight than there's any use. And a flywheel. Yeah, so it's kind of gone with a mishmash of stuff to add. But hopefully, from that, you'll see how important the build is to how the car handles when you drive it. And hopefully, if you're struggling at all to understand how to build a car, just remember that where it starts off in its class with no mods or no upgrades, if you go 3 or 4 or 5 classes up, it's going to handle really badly. I always try to keep a car between 1 or 2 classes above where it starts off initially, and that seems to work really, really well for building a base car that's reliable and fun to drive and easy to drive and will work in hoppers, because hot lapping is completely different to lobby driving. So hopefully the build is the most important thing. Personally, it is for me. Let me know go with what you think is more important to you, whether it's the build or the tune. I'll be interested to hear your side of the story as well, your opinions. And thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy whatever you're gaming. Until next time, I'll see you all soon.